Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are familiar with my readings, please feel free to navigate directly to your respective timestamp down in the down in the description box below. And for those of you who are new here, this is the Libra Season Vibe Check. The Vibe Check is a monthly tarot reading series where we explore the unique state of each astrological group as it pertains to the season we are in. Using the power of tarot, we'll be tapping into the wisdom of the universe to gain clarity on the energies and influences that are impacting your life. We'll explore past, present, and future to help you gain a deeper understanding of your current situation and provide guidance on how to move forward. Before we dive deep into the mysteries of the universe, please consider the following disclaimers. Tarot readings should not be used to make major life decisions. The cards can provide guidance, but ultimately you are responsible for your own choices and actions. Tarot readers cannot guarantee specific outcomes or results. The cards can provide guidance and insight, but ultimately you are the one who determines your own path. And tarot readings are subjective and open to interpretation. The same cards can have different meanings based on the context and the reader's intuition. So without further ado, you can head on down to the description box below to find the timestamp for your astrological sign, and I'll see you at your reading. Enjoy! All right, air signs, if you are a Libra, a Aquarius, or a Gemini, this is your vibe check for the Libra season. Let's get right into what the cards have to say. We'll start with our first deck. Ooh, just want to give it a good shuffle. Spirit, what information do we have for air signs? What information is guiding them into the Libra season? Spirit. Ooh. These cards are big, so they're difficult to shuffle. All right, Spirit, let's get some information out for the air signs. Ooh. All right. All right, air signs. It seems to me that you guys are going to be obviously in a position of power during the season. It's Libra season, so I'm not very surprised. Usually, whatever element the sun is in, though, that group tends to shine the brightest. So I think there's a lot of decisions that are going to be made in your favor during this season. Not only that, but you guys are going to have a lot of ease making tough decisions in yourself. I think right now you guys are in a place where your discernment is at an all-time high. And I see that here with the Justice card. You guys are going to be in positions of power where you can really look at things with a full perspective and make the right decisions, not only for yourself, but for the people around you. I see a lot of you guys being exalted into positions of leadership. And what that means is not only like what I'm saying about making decisions, but also kind of like bearing the consequences, if you will, of those decisions. But it's something that you guys are able to take on and manage with a lot of grace this season. It's very apparent in the Hanged Man that you guys in these positions of power or in these kind of leadership positions, you don't have a problem managing consequences and taking responsibility for things. You're going to be accepting a lot of things in Libra season as just kind of like the way the cookies crumble for you, and rightfully so, because these are responsibilities that you guys have been praying for and asking for. So I see you guys living a very balanced season. I see you guys accepting a lot of personal responsibility for just the way things are, not only in your personal lives, but also in your professional lives and maybe in your social lives as well. But you guys are going to be in a very strong, very decisive position of power where you're making decisions and It even comes through heavily with the Son of Cups in reverse. Like the Son of Cups, if he's upright, it's kind of like he's contemplating, he's deciding, what he wants to have his way with. But in the reverse, it's kind of just like getting on with it, getting on with it, moving forward, making a solid decision, and not really sitting back pondering too much, but making a clear and making a very clear decision. I think this season is going to be very clear to those around you also, like where you stand and where your loyalty lies. So going into Libra season, I would say make sure that you're very clear on that, because whatever actions you take during this time, they're going to be reflected. They're going to be very quickly perceived and reflected. So you want to make sure that you know which way you want to kind of steer your own ship, and that you're not walking into it with confusion. Because if you walk into it with confusion and you make a decision that you might have to go back on, you're going to be seen as wishy-washy. You want to make sure that you are making very clear decisions during this time, Libra people. There's not a whole lot to say here, but you guys are definitely going to be in positions of power. It's very apparent with the Goddess of Swords. It's kind of like she is that person that is, making decisions, leading people, telling people where they should go, what they should do. And not only that, she's leading by example. The Goddess of Swords she practices very strong discernment. And a result of that discernment is oftentimes having to make very tough decisions. That's what we see in the Justice card. We see Justice as someone who is Justice is actually the Libra card, but Justice, beyond that, she's making a very tough decision. She's making a choice that she doesn't want to make, because she knows that it might hurt her or it might hurt someone around her. I think you guys this season can probably expect to, number one, get the discernment that you've been praying for, but also understanding the responsibility that that discernment holds for you. Because it does mean that you have to put some people in certain places. It does mean that you have to put some people in their place. And it does mean that you might have to walk away from relationships or people that you've been very close to for a very long time. But don't fear. It's not something that you guys are not prepared for or that you don't have the strength for. It's something that you've been pondering and anticipating for a very long time. And so it's just time to put those things into motion. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what advice Spirit can give you. Spirit, can I just get one more card for the air signs on advice? Just one more piece of advice or just an elaboration. Thank you so much. There, we have another hanged man, hanged one. Um, So, Spirit's advice for you going into the season is first and foremost to come up with a plan and have a plan in motion. Any decision that you're going to make, anything that you're kind of rolling out, whether it be like in your professional life or in your private life, boundaries or different like structures or systems you want to implement, make sure you have a solid plan. Make sure you understand like the why and how of what you're doing, and be prepared to communicate that. Okay, you need to be very clear with your direction, and you need to be able to verbalize it and communicate it to the people around you. That's what I'm seeing here with the Two of Fire and the Bee Balm. With a solid plan, you'll definitely come into a sense of peace. With the Ten of Earth, we're seeing a lot of peace, a lot of strength and stability being kind of built up in this season for you guys. But it is going to take some serious planning. With planning, you will kind of reap material rewards, Spirit is saying. okay? And be prepared to manage the material rewards. So whatever you're asking for, whatever responsibilities you're taking on, be prepared to maintain and manage them. That's what I'm seeing with the two of horse and the two of horse, the 10 of earth and the horse tail. It's like building a solid foundation, building a solid structure for growth and just like material development. Okay, I can see here with the tower card and the mushroom is that we can plan and prepare until we're blue in the face. And yes, we should be planning and preparing, but you have to be willing to kind of accept what life is going to throw at you and accept what surprises are coming along the way. A big part of that is, again, using your discernment because what we know about mushrooms is that species are plentiful. Some of them are great for us. Some of them have mystical properties. Some of them can be very nutritious and, very fulfilling to eat, to consume. And some of them are poisonous. So having a very strong sense of discernment will help you weed out any kind of like opportunities that will not be very much in your favor during this time where you're kind of leveling up and taking on a lot more responsibility. And then with the hanged one, it's again just being able to kind of accept that responsibility, accept all the different things that come with it. Um, and I see that kind of like coinciding with the tower in some ways to say like there are some blind spots here. There are some things that you're not really going to be able to anticipate or to see despite your very well planned efforts. So you need to be able to kind of roll with the punches and just accept kind of oh! Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. Accept the trials and tribulations that come along with being in this place of newfound responsibility, air signs, okay? Just gonna pull a couple cards from the Oracle deck. Oh, we have continuance with the apple. Actually, what I want to do is I want to read from the book for the Oracle, just so we have a very clear understanding of what's happening and what the messages are, because we know every Oracle deck is different. So let's start off with what I see for the apple is that you guys need to really invoke a spirit of continuance on this journey. Like I said, there are things that are going to come up that require a very clear sense of discernment. And it's things that you might have a little bit of imposter syndrome around, but you want to make sure that despite what's being thrown at you, that you have the strength to persevere. Perseverance, continuance is going to be very important for you during this time. So let's see what the Oracle deck says, what the book says. The future is assured and hope is all around for whatever is going on in the moment. Now is a brilliant time to work on your vision for the future on goals and reevaluating past decisions. Apples also align with the energy of love and especially on bringing romantic bonds closer together. Look at the individual elements of situations more closely to be sure that you stand strong in your unique qualities. Keep ideas to yourself at the moment. So here we see that you're going to be challenged to kind of stand very strong in the decisions you make, in the roles that you take on, in the things that you're rolling out in your life. And for some of you guys, air signs, what's clear to me when I read from the book about the apple and continuance is that you guys are coming into kind of new relationships and new bonds, and that there are people that you have to separate from yourself to ensure the health of these new relationships. So you're going to have to be very prepared to do that. Like I said, very prepared to make very tough decisions about who remains and who cannot remain. But I believe in you, and like spirit believes in you, and this is something that you've been asking for and preparing for. So the only thing left to do is believe in yourself. Okay, we have strength coming up twice in your reading, which tells me that you are very mentally strong. You are very prepared for this. You might again have a little bit of imposter syndrome that kind of like creeps up in your way sometimes, but it's not a matter of ability here. It's a mind over matter with you guys in this season. So with the strength in the Fennel card, it says, you'll find a greater strength and positive grounding energy coming forth and even an invitation to undertake a new life path. Friendships are highlighted by Fennel, and you may also find that you are spending additional time with those who you align closely with. Situations in which sharing is high on the agenda will occur, and you will be prompted to share or teach what you know. Be careful not to work too hard or become unnecessarily reclusive. So, like I said, you guys are going to be in new positions of power and new positions of leadership. People are going to be looking at you guys to make decisions and to kind of like set the pace in your relationship. So, just be aware of that and be ready of that. One thing that you guys should take into this season is the affirmation that you are worry free. So say it with me, you guys. I am worry free. Okay. It says, I release worry over the things that I cannot control. Instead, I choose to focus on things that are pleasing to me. When I release worry, I allow room for solutions to enter my life. I am worry free. So that's your reading for the season, air signs. I hope you guys have a wonderful Libra season. And if you're looking for any more information, please just head on over to my website, zoe'sintuition.com, where you can book a personal reading with me for as little as $5. And that's all that I have for you guys. So without further ado, just get out there and have a wonderful Libra season. Bye. All right, water signs. If you are a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, this is the part of the reading that is for you. This is your Libra season vibe check. As always, we want to make sure we got a real good shuffle. And Spirit, what are the messages that are coming through for the lovely water signs during Libra season? What energy are they confronting? What should they expect? And what do they need to know? Can I just get one more card for the water sign, Spirit? Just one more card. There we go. All right. Okay, what I can see for you guys is that you guys are kind of bringing forth a new sense of self, rebirthing yourself in some ways. A lot of you guys are kind of having a huge lifestyle change during Libra season where you need to really sit with yourself and seek solitude. A lot of the information that you're getting is not good advice, and you need to be very kind of you need to seek solitude and quietness and seek advice from within, because the people that are around you are very well meaning. However, they are misguided. And if they're not misguided, it's more so that they cannot live your life for you. You know what I mean? So you have to be really kind of really particular about what information you absorb and what information you take in. A lot of you guys are seeking a lot of knowledge or absorbing a lot of knowledge during this time. And it's just going to be good for you guys to sit with yourself for a while after you learn something new or after you come into new information and really just figure out for yourself what it means for you. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself time to let that new information marinate within. With the Son of Swords, I can see that you're having a lot of new experiences, that you guys are kind of like going head first into this lifestyle change. But it's not without any trouble. It's not without any drama. The God of Cups is a figure that's very much kind of gonna seek solitude before they have to make decisions. And the Four of Swords is representing just having a moment of peace and quiet, having a moment to rest, to just sit back, lay your head back, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. I feel like during this season, it is an air sign season, so breath work could never hurt you guys. I feel like doing a lot of breath work and taking your time to regulate your breath and breathe really slowly. These are things that will help you immensely during during the Libra season. But whatever it is, you guys are going through a lifestyle change. It's kind of like a rebirth or a transformation. Some of you guys might even be becoming parents yourselves, but in any event, there's a you're in a position where a lot of people will kind of want to help you, want to guide you, want to kind of let you know that they know what's best and that they've been there before and they know what's best. But nobody can live your life for you. You have to kind of chart your own way and make your own way, okay? So many fours. Four is a very special number too. Four is that number that represents kind of like the calm before a storm, the breath that you take before you go through a huge transformation, kind of like that last little moment of just just feeling like you know yourself in a way, not in every way. All right, there's so much. Spirit wants to give you guys so much information. What is this that keeps wanting to come out? Red clover, the ten of water. All right. So all in all, there is a lot of peace for you guys. There's a lot of peace available for you guys. It might not be available to you as readily as you want it to be, but it's not so far beyond your reach. You guys can really take a deep breath in knowing that peace is available to you. It's literally right around the corner. So we have the four of fire, the nine of earth, the four of water, and the seven of air in reverse. So let's start out with the four of fire. First of all, one thing I'm going to say is you guys don't need to be making any big decisions right now. That's the seven of air. It in reverse, it's just saying you guys don't need to make any um big decisions right now. This is not the time for you guys to like make choices. This is the time for you guys to sit and rest and absorb the information so that you have a clear picture of what decision you actually want to make. And that's what the four of fire is representing, is like creating a place of peace and quiet for yourself, creating a little sanctuary for yourself where you can kind of escape to and have your alone time so you can absorb the new things that you're learning. And I also feel like with the four of fire, it's representing some sort of physical change in your home life. Okay, maybe someone new is coming in, maybe someone's leaving, maybe you're completely moving spaces, but it does represent a physical change in your home life. So you guys really want to be aware of that and be anticipated a little bit so that it doesn't sneak up on you. With the nine of earth, it's kind of representing structure and stability in a way. Um, what is very clear to me is that the structure and stability that is being offered to you is not coming in the form that you want. Um, it's something that does automatically in your mind stand out as discomfort. However, it is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to take a load off. I see that somebody or something is coming in to kind of assist you in either gaining or maintaining the structure and stability that's already in your life. Um, but you're not seeing it that way. You need to kind of like look at the full picture of things and look at really really where you need to be, and just kind of like understand and appreciate that where you need to be, it might not always be where you see yourself, but it is going to be best for you in the long run. And like I just said before I started to read these cards, that what you want is within your reach. I mean, it might be just beyond your reach right now, but it is a soon to be reality for you. It might not be right now in Libra season when you want it to be, but it is a soon to be reality for you. Now with the four of water, yeah, it's kind of like that. I think that's where I'm getting this from, because I think that's where I'm getting the notion of your nine of earth being a place of discomfort, because the four of water kind of represents like a very kind of pungent reality. It's kind of like that realization that you have options, but they're not options that seem appealing to you. And that's why you don't need to be the one doing the choosing right now, because you really don't have a clear picture of what you need. You've been absorbing a lot of information. You've been taking in a lot of information, and some of it's not always good advice. So you need to get with yourself and get into a place of peace and quiet so you can really understand the options that are in front of you, and you can really understand what choice you want to make. I kind of see you guys right now in Libra season in a place that's like in a place of stillness. Okay, and reframe your mind when you're thinking, oh, I'm stuck or I'm not making any progress. Tell yourself, no, that's not true. I'm just feeling stillness right now. Stillness is so valuable, and it's something we take for granted a lot. And I feel like water, you guys love to flow, you guys love to be in a state of movement, but just be in a state of stillness right now. That's totally okay. You see, even the God of Cups, who lives in the water, his home element is water. He's pulled himself out of this very like tumultuous ocean, and he's found stillness on his rock. Even the four of cups, the four of water, it's like the water has been poured into vessels so that it is contained. So find a place of containment for yourself. Okay, you don't need to be moving right now. You just need to be resting and understanding and absorbing information. Okay. Clarity. There we go. You guys are finding clarity in your peace and gratitude. Yes, start a gratitude journal. We're going to read from the book for these oracle cards, but obviously, this is a message of joy for me. In my opinion, it says you guys are on the way to finding clarity. This is advice for you guys to find clarity, like that stillness brings clarity. And then also just giving gratitude, like just reframing your mindset and being able to just give gratitude for where you are. It will make you kind of like appreciate the process so much more. So with the carrot, it says new ideas, breakthroughs, and increases in finances and resources are all indicated. You should trust your own judgment. There is a strong chance of triumph over a difficult challenge and the opportunity for sudden growth in what you are currently undertaking. Relationships will be focused on physical, with lust, sex, and passion high on the agenda. Be careful of overthinking, self sabotage, and roadblocks placed by others. This is all kind of encapsulating what I just talked about, guys. I talked about finding a place of solitude. I talked about everything you want being just beyond your reach. Okay, it's there. You just have to seek stillness to figure out how to get to it. Because the way everybody else gets to their stuff is not how you're always going to be getting to your stuff. And with the gratitude, it says there's a reason to be thankful, and help is on its way to balance energies. Pink roses will show you that ways to happiness are opening for you, and there will be a reason to be joyful. Something of value is in focus at present. This could be an exchange of a gift, a windfall, or the sale of a large item, or simply a discussion around it. Be careful that you do not interfere where you are not welcome, and be wary of legal deception. Yeah, so you guys really need to you need to get into your own space. You need to understand what you're looking for, and you need to kind of develop a system of discernment. Just because someone has a title, just because someone has been there or has done something, doesn't mean that they necessarily know what's going to be best for you. Okay, and like I said, all advice is not good advice. Is very apparent with your high priestess there. It's like it might be advice that has stood the test of time for others, but that doesn't mean it's good advice for you. Okay, and if you're seeking legal advice on something, get a second and third opinion for sure, because you just never know. Okay, walk through the Libra season with the affirmation that you are passionate. Say it with me, guys. I am passionate. Okay. I put my entire heart into the people and things I believe in. My passion is a powerful force. It is eternal fuel. I recognize the strength of my passion, and therefore I am careful where I choose to focus it. I am passionate. Okay. That's key there, being careful of where you choose to focus your passion, water signs, because people will drain you if you allow them to. And this is why you need to really seek stillness, because in stillness, you'll have an understanding of where you should be really directing your energies. Okay. That's all that I have for you guys right now. But if you need any more information, you can always book a personal reading with me on my website, zoesintuition.com. And on the website, I have readings as low as $5. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely Libra season. It looks like there are great things in store for you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you and goodbye. All right, Spirit. All right, fire signs. If you are a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, this is the part of the reading that is for you. This is your Libra Season Vibe Check. All right, fire signs. It seems as though your personal and professional relationships this season are flourishing quite nicely. Um, I feel like you guys are going to be in a space of like really contemplating what everything means to you, like the value of these relationships, and kind of trying to understand, like, on a different level, like how these relationships will impact you as a person. Um, Not only like in relationships but also as an individual. A lot of your relationships are kind of forcing you to grow in certain ways. um and I think you guys are really going to be kind of like coming to an understanding about uh what it means to be a good significant other, a good friend, a good son, a good daughter, a good sibling. You guys are going to be really coming to an understanding about what the give and take is and what the responsibilities are for a lot of you guys, what the responsibilities um what responsibilities are included in entering certain partnerships. You see, there's always certain responsibilities that you take on when you come into union with another, whether that be platonically, romantically, whether it be like familial. There's always certain responsibilities associated with them. Some of them are material, some of them are immaterial, but you guys are going to be coming to a true understanding in Libra season of what it means to be in union with another. I think you guys are going to have very bright and colorful kind of like outlooks on the world during Libra season, which is a beautiful thing. But you guys are going to have to put to death some very selfish and rather comfortable parts of yourself that you're not really ready to let go of. But you're going to have to leave some parts of yourself behind. You're also going to have to kind of understand how to be emotionally responsible. Okay, fire signs, like the part of you guys that wants to like be right and lash out and not take advice, like you have to really put that part of you to bed, because there is no place for it. But I do see you guys coming into a place where you're able to transform, like I said, not only as an individual, but as a partner. I don't think it's something that's going to be super easy for you, what I'm saying, like putting those parts of yourself to bed, and then also managing your emotions. It's all very new for you guys. I think it will kind of expose some discomforts, but it's not impossible. It's not something that you can't do. You can definitely do it. You just have to put your mind to it. You have to get into a place of like that hermit energy where you're seeking wisdom within. You're seeking an understanding of yourself. Okay? That's what I see for you guys in Libra season. I don't see a whole lot of socializing, but I feel like the socializing that you do is going to be very valuable. It's going to be with purpose. Okay? You're going to be socializing with purpose and really focusing on the relationships, building relationships, having like just solid energy in your relationships. Okay. Some of you guys might have air risings, air moon. I mean, not air, water risings or water moons. Um, and if you do that, that means like this reading is especially for you. So with the High Priestess here, like I said, coming into a very different understanding of yourself, of what it means to be in a relationship, what it means to be yourself in a relationship. I think with the High Priestess, it's just a very strong influx of knowledge. A lot of information coming to you guys. You guys are understanding yourselves in a very different way, like I said, both individually and in partnership. And I would encourage you guys to keep a journal, to journal your thoughts on a daily basis, and just see where you're falling each day on, like, in terms of mood, in terms of energy, in terms of what you're putting in terms of your emotions. Journaling is also going to help you guys kind of manage those emotions a lot. But a big part of you guys moving into this new space with relationships is kind of like accepting that things are not always going to go your way. Okay. That's a huge responsibility that you take on when you're entering a partnership, when you're entering a relationship, when you're being part of a group or part of a family. You kind of have to understand that you might be in a place where you take one for the team. And that's what I'm seeing here in the hanged one. You have to understand what taking one for the team looks like. You have to understand what responsibilities come along with being a part of a team. Okay, like being able to work together with a person, or being in a place where a win for one is a win for all and a loss for one is a loss for all. I think you guys are very independent. You guys are used to taking like very independent risk, but during this time you have to really think about and focus on the bigger picture and what it means for everybody else involved. With the Fool and Dandelion, I can see that you guys really don't know what you're getting yourself into. And what I mean by that is that you just need to be open and receptive to gaining knowledge, to gaining information. Be an observer during this time. You guys, fire signs, oftentimes you guys are kind of in a place where you think you know best for yourself and maybe for others. However, this is a time where you're kind of entering into something very new. You're not familiar with the landscape here, and you need to be open to advice. I'm not saying that you need to take every piece of advice. You do need to practice a lot of discernment, and that's what the Hermit is all about. The Hermit is about seeking stillness, seeking that quiet space, seeking introspection, but does not mean that you are not perceptive or not open to just gaining new bits of information and taking notes from people who have maybe been down that road or done what you're currently doing. In the Ten of Earth, I can see that you guys are in a place where during this season you need to really think about the foundation that you're building a really, really strong foundation for every partnership that you enter into, so that you can be sure that not only will they stand the test of time, but they can withstand the different trials and tribulations that might come up um, throughout the course of their life. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. Let's look at the Oracle deck and see what the Oracle has to say. Spirit, we'll get 2 cards. Ritual. Ooh. Get that journaling ritual popping, y'all. I think building a ritual with your partner is what's going to set the foundation. Whether that means you guys are coming together for a weekly meeting, a weekly sit down, if it's more of a romantic thing, a weekly date, a touch base to say, like, how are we both feeling here? How is it working out for us? Creating a place of like openness and understanding is going to be super important. Spirit, can I get just one more card from the Oracle? Thank you. Duality. Oh gosh. This is funny to me because fire signs are not always the best at seeing duality. You guys are very kind of cut and dry, black and white a lot of the time. But you guys are coming into a place where you have to very much appreciate the duality of other people and also of yourself, understanding that there's not just one way to do things and that everything is not always black and white. Ooh, you guys are in for a treat this season, I feel. Let's read from the book. You guys already know how I feel about ritual, you know how I feel about duality, but let's get the facts from the literature, shall we? All right. So, with the ritual and the sweet corn, it says there may be unknown forces surrounding and working for you. You're being prompted to join in a dedicated study in physical action. Beneficial esoteric teachings are worthwhile. Pursuing a deeper connection with others, with another, is being forged, perhaps without even realizing it. Be careful of secrets and confidential knowledge that may cause harm. Yeah, you guys need to create a space for you and your partner where you can sit down and have an open table discussion about everything that you're feeling, everything that's going on. Lay all the secrets out on the table. And it might not necessarily be secrets in the sense that, oh, somebody's hiding something in relation to like what's going on outside of themselves. It could be that somebody is hiding information on their feelings. You guys need to really open the door for just honest, flowing discussion, okay? And with duality, it says it's time to look at the shadow. It's time to look at the shadow and the light in conjunction with each other. Each is as strong as the other, and both have positive qualities and learning points for you. The answer to any question is maybe, and perhaps moving away a little will allow a better view as the banana. Ask you Ask that you stand back and look at the horizon. Do not give in to any situation that doesn't align with you at present. So the deal with duality and with the banana is you guys need to see the bigger picture of things, and you guys need to understand that people are not operating in some robotic form or fashion where they're kind of programmed to sit and think and act and do things in a certain way. People are dynamic. Okay, people have lightness and darkness within them. People might do things that seem not so good with very good intentions, and people might do things with very bad intentions that seem like in the moment that they are good. So be very aware of that and be very discerning during this time because you guys you guys are kind of, like I said, experiencing a huge influx of information about yourself, about the people around you, about like what you need to change and what you need to compromise on, and also what you don't need to compromise on in order for a healthy and successful relationship. Okay, walk through Libra season with the affirmation that you are still. Say it with me, fire signs. I am still. I understand that there are times to move and that there are times to be still. In my stillness, I seek greater understanding. I take time to rest and contemplate. I strive for unconditional happiness here in the present. I am still. That's all that I have for you guys for the Libra season vibe check. Please head over to my website, zoesintuition.com, if you need more information, and you can book a reading as low as $5. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful Libra season. Bye. All right, and my last and final group My lovely, lovely earth signs. I'm ready to dive into this with you guys for a beautiful grounded reading as I have worked through all of the rest of the signs for Libra season. Make sure we cleanse it out and give ourselves a really good shuffle. If you are a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, this is your Libra Season Vibe Check. I knew you guys will give me a nice and grounded reading because look at how those cards came out, just so peacefully and easily. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. All right. It appears as though this season, Earth signs, you guys are moving into a very calm state. There's a lot more clarity and direction with the things that you're doing, especially when it comes to relationships and who you choose to spend your time with. You're going to be entering a time and a period of just having a lot more clarity and less confusion about which way that you are headed. Some of you guys are experiencing a lot of confusion around like significant others. Some of you guys are experiencing a lot of confusion around like just the state of being that you are in. Like how are you gonna exist in the world? What's your role gonna be? What's your purpose gonna be? Even like in terms of like job titles and just very practical things. You guys are coming into just a huge sense of clarity. You guys are really kind of experiencing that clarity of direction that you have been begging for. And what I see for a lot of you guys too is that you're going to really have your pick and you're going to have your way with things, which is a blessing because for a while you guys have been playing the cards that you're dealt. But you're coming to a place where you are very much going to be able to have your way with things and going to be able to quote unquote do the choosing. um, with the Hierophant, I can see that there is guidance available to you. I'm not going to necessarily say it's from somebody that's older than you, but this is somebody that has wisdom in the area that you want to go. So I see a lot of mentorship available to you. And this could even just be like a spirit guide or an entity, but there is a lot of direction and a lot of clarity for you, a lot of mentorship, and just the ability to kind of not have this decisions, the big decisions resting solely on your shoulders. Okay, having that confidence and that push to, I feel like being given the confidence and the push by someone who you see as very wise and very valuable when it comes to making the type of decisions that you're going to make during this season. With the 10 of Cups, I feel that a lot of you guys are kind of progressing romantically in a positive direction. I think that you'll begin to see like your vision for family kind of materializing during Libra season. And that might not necessarily mean that you're that might not necessarily mean what you think it means right here. I want you guys to be very open because sometimes the separation and the loss of somebody is what brings forth that clarity and that vision of what your future holds. So, this beyond all of this, not beyond all of this, but with all of this, I would say you have to exercise that knowing that you are in control. You guys do have control over what goes on in your life and what direction you choose to take. Yes, there's advice and there's mentorship available to you, but ultimately, you're the one making the decisions here. And um, like the Emperor, you know exactly what you want. Okay, you don't need somebody to tell you that. You know that. So don't be mistaken and don't be afraid to put your foot down and set in stone which way you're headed. Okay? With the 6 of Swords, oh sorry. I already talked about that. I'm going crazy. Yeah, so it's like even with the mentorship available to you guys, um, the mentorship is going to be there basically just to kind of guide your inner wisdom. And that's why I don't feel like it's necessarily someone that's older than you, although it might be like a physical person that has wisdom in an area. I really feel like this mentorship, this sense of clarity and sense of direction and kind of like responsibility, so to speak, is coming from a higher power. Okay, you guys have already gone through a transformation. You guys have already kind of gone through your tower season, your moment of five, and that's why you're coming into so many sixes. You see, we have the six of swords. Okay, we have the six of earth, and we have the six of fire. That's six, six, and six. Six comes after five, and five is the number of transformation. So six is kind of like settling back into a new space after you've gone through a transformation. Six is the energy of kind of moving forward or having moved forward in a sense, where five is an energy of kind of like wheeling and dealing. Six is an energy of movement. Okay, so you guys can look forward to a lot of progression during this season. I feel like a lot of questions being answered. Again, like I said, like your not only your personal life, but your practical life, your professional life as well. Okay, you're going to have a lot of questions answered. You're going to have a lot of clarity in what direction you're going. Okay, with the six of earth in reverse, you guys need to really focus all your attention on yourself. This is not the time to be spreading yourself thin and to just be giving your time and energy away. Just focus on yourself this season and make sure that you are entering the world each day with a full cup, okay? And that means like really channeling your inner wisdom, okay? Like I said already twice, there is mentorship available for you, but that mentorship is guiding you back to your inner wisdom, okay? People who have you doubting yourselves or have you in a place where you're not feeling like you're fully in control, that's what you know is out of alignment during this season, okay? And with the six of fire, like I said, forward movement. The six of fire is very similar to the six of swords. It's like moving on from something, moving on. Like the six of swords is like moving on to calm water. It's like crossing the ocean and getting to shore, getting on dry land. It's like that relief of getting on dry land. And the six of fire is kind of like taking all that knowledge, like climbing up on your trusty steed and like galloping away with it. That's like the imagery that I can give you there for the six of fire, but it's very much like both of these energies are very much energies of like standing in solidarity with yourself, doing what you know is best for yourself, and just moving on, movement. Okay, clear movement forward. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys are settling into physically a new space during this season, but even if it's not physically a new space, you guys are getting really comfortable with yourselves in a way that you have not yet been before. Okay, and I know you haven't. Spirit, I just want victory. I told you. You guys have been working so hard. You guys, listen, earth signs, you have been working crazy hard. And this is a time where all your energy is just gonna it's really gonna pay off. Listen, you see that? Get you a Gemini. Cause don't nobody do it like a Gemini do it. Okay. Anyway, with victory, like I said, I see you guys. This is very clear to me. You guys are getting like victories. You guys are getting wins, and you guys are, how do you say, reaping the fruits of your labor. You guys are enjoying the fruits of your labor, or reaping the benefits of like just all the hard work that you've put in. And you guys are really in a place where you're kind of experiencing not contentment, but true happiness. I feel like your worlds are being lit up during the season because it's like you have this inner knowing that everything that you've been working for and everything that you've been praying for is coming to fruition. Okay. And it's like you guys have this overwhelming sense of just knowing, like, I don't have to worry about it. It might not look so cute right now, but the vision is doing what it needs to do. The vision is materializing, okay? Slowly but surely, one step at a time. Let's read from the book for what we have for victory and happiness. All right, so the guidebook says victory. Natsuriums indicate a firm message of triumph and success over challenges, as well as support being found. They inject the energies of strength and vigor into all. They come in contact with and illuminate ways to find resolution, gain self confidence, and self reliance. Advancement is possible now, so get moving. Do not become obsessed with the need to impress others or lose your belief in your own unique abilities. And with happiness, it says new success and relationships and even beginnings are indicated. You can do something differently and move an outcome more in line. Can you do something differently to move an outcome more in line with your desires? March Ram indicates celebrations, excitement, holidays, good news, and physical radiance. Freedom that was once out of reach might now be attainable. Be careful of overindulgence and overspending, and being too free with information that may better be kept quiet for now. Okay, yeah. Like I said, you guys need to be focusing on your inner wisdom, focusing on your inner guidance, but there's a lot of newness coming into play for you guys. And I feel like even those of you, because I feel like some of you guys are probably going to be going through a breakup, okay? Because that's what I see here with the Six of Swords. Like, you're in this relationship of like having one foot in and one foot out, and it's very uncomfortable for you, but you're moving on to calmer waters. And it's clearing up your vision for the future, which is really, really good. But I do see you guys being very successful over, like, those challenges that you have been kind of coming up against in the last couple of months. And just with this new vision, with this new energy, ooh, you guys are really finding a real sense of what it means to be happy and not just content, okay? Walk into Libra season with the affirmation that you are free. Say it with me. Earth signs, I am free. I release myself from the thoughts and feelings that have held me back. Any guilt, shame, embarrassment, self doubt, and fear that I harbor, I release. Today, I am free. Hmm. That felt good for me, even to say. That's all I have for you guys, though, for the Libra season. So if you guys need any more information or you want a personal reading, you can head over to my website, zoesintuition.com, where I have readings for as little as $5. And if that's all, I will see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful Libra season, and just enjoy it. Okay? Bye bye.